The 3-day work week is the great lie of the nursing profession. We tell ourselves that having 4 days off justifies the physical and mental exhaustion of the 12-hour ICU shift, but the reality is that those 4 days are often spent in a state of physiologic recovery. You aren't off, you are recalibrating. Today, we are analyzing the specific shift architecture of a CRNA compared to the standard bedside grind. We are going to look at why the transition to anesthesia isn't just a move for your bank account, but a move for your biological longevity. Later in this video, I will break down the exact math of the 24-hour call shift and how it creates a level of time sovereignty that is physically impossible at the bedside, but we have to start with the true cost of the 12-hour shift. The physical tax of the bedside. The bedside nurse operates in a high-impact environment. You are flipping patients, sprinting to codes, and standing on hard floors for 12.5 hours. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and various occupational health studies consistently show that bedside clinicians have one of the highest rates of musculoskeletal injuries of any profession in the country. This is a linear depreciation of your greatest asset, your body. As a nurse anesthetist, the physical demand shifts from high-impact labor to high-precision vigilance. You are still working long hours, but the wear and tear on your spine and joints is replaced by a cognitive load that allows you to remain in the workforce for an extra decade or more. I'll show you the cognitive fatigue data shortly, but first, we need to talk about the different shift options available in the operating room. The 8, 10, and 12-hour spectrum. In the ICU, you are usually locked into the 12-hour model. In anesthesia, your schedule becomes a modular puzzle that you can often solve yourself. Most nurse anesthetist positions offer a variety of lines. You might choose 4 10-hour shifts to keep a 3-day weekend or 5 8-hour shifts if you prefer to be home every day for dinner. This flexibility is a byproduct of the surgical schedule, which is far more predictable than the chaos of an intensive care unit. This predictability allows for a rhythmic lifestyle that the bedside simply cannot offer. If you find this level of career strategy valuable, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. I focus on providing the clinical and professional architecture you need to exit the bedside. Subscribing ensures you don't miss our deep dives into the transition to being a nurse anesthetist. The 24-hour shift in post-call life. One of the most misunderstood aspects of the nurse anesthetist lifestyle is the 24-hour call shift. While it sounds daunting to a bedside nurse, the structure is fundamentally different. In many practice models, especially in community hospitals or independent practice, a 24-hour shift involves periods of intense clinical work followed by downtime, where you are simply available for emergencies or labor and delivery. The key is the post-call day. Working 2 24-hour shifts a week can technically fulfill your full-time requirement, leaving you 5 days off while maintaining a full provider salary. This is where the time sovereignty gap really begins to widen, and we will look at how this impacts family dynamics in just a moment. Mental vigilance versus physical labor. We often hear that anesthesia is boring, but in reality, it is a state of constant, high-level vigilance. The fatigue of a nurse anesthetist is cerebral. You are monitoring physiologic trends, anticipating surgical maneuvers, and managing the delicate balance of a general anesthetic. This mental vigilance is sustainable. You can be a world-class provider at 65 years old because your value is in your brain, not your back. When you remove the physical grind of the bedside, you preserve your energy for the things that happen after the shift ends. The autonomous calendar. Vacation and professional time off are handled differently once you move into a provider role. Because a nurse anesthetist is often part of a smaller, more specialized group, there is frequently more flexibility in how time is traded or covered. Many contracts include 6 to 8 weeks of vacation, which is a level of freedom most bedside nurses won't see until they have 30 years of seniority. If you want the specific roadmap to reaching this level of autonomy, make sure to get the free CRNA starter kit in the description below. This ebook provides the step-by-step clinical and professional milestones you need to reach these high-level contracts. The 1099 flexibility factor. The ultimate expression of time sovereignty is found in the independent contractor market. As a 1099 nurse anesthetist, you are the CEO of your own clinical corporation. You can choose to work locum tenens contracts where you might work intensely for 3 months and then take an entire month off. There is no manager to ask for permission. You simply don't sign a contract for that month. This sprint and rest model is the gold standard for avoiding burnout and is something a W-2 bedside nurse can almost never achieve without losing their benefits or seniority. Impact on family and longevity. The greatest ROI of this transition is the quality of your presence at home. Because the nurse anesthetist is not physically shattered after a shift, the recovery day becomes a living day. You aren't sleeping until 3 in the afternoon just to feel human again. This has a massive downstream effect on your relationships and your overall mental health. You are moving from a task-oriented role to a value-based role, and that value is reflected in the time you get to keep for yourself. The final comparison. When we look at the data, the choice is clear. The bedside is a high-cost environment, costing you your physical health, your time, and your earning potential. The path of a nurse anesthetist is an investment in your future self. It is the only clinical move that allows you to increase your income while simultaneously decreasing the physical tax on your body. The verdict. The 12-hour ICU grind is a survival strategy, not a long-term career plan. If you are looking for a way to maintain your clinical edge while regaining control of your calendar, the transition to anesthesia is the most logical step you can take. Stop trading your joints for an hourly wage and start trading your expertise for a sovereign lifestyle. If you want to see how the math of this transition actually works, click the video on your screen now where I break down the $10 million lifetime difference between these two paths. I will see you there.